You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
So welcome one and all. You're listening to My Dog Digs Dirt, and I'm your host, Lauren Collier. Some of you might remember me. I was the host of the TV show Pet Talk, which ran for 14 years on News 12 in Connecticut. It was a fun, wacky mixture of pets and animals and the humans who love them. And I'm hoping to recreate a little bit of that magic right here with my new show, My Dog Digs Dirt. So I'm so glad that you're taking the time to listen in, and we're going to get started with the question, actually, because I'm sure most of you have heard about the Girl Scouts and probably the Boy Scouts, but have you ever heard of the Pup Scouts? Well, they are a wonderful group for pets and humans. They were started back in 2010. Please welcome the founder, Susan Godwin, who happens to be the mom to the equally fabulous Tasha Bella, who is a gorgeous blonde Morkie, and Jennifer Jo Moyer, who is the national troop leader. And she is the mom to 3 adorable poodles. We have Meteor, Fifi, Gigi, and Beanie, and one of them just newly rescued. So congratulations on that, Jen. And welcome,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Yeah, welcome. I'm really happy to have you. I love this group. I must tell everyone that my Inoki is a Pup Scout. And it's just really a fabulous organization. I'm going to start with you, Susan, as the founder. You started 6 years ago, is that right? And it just seems to be exploding.
Yes, we've started back in 2010. First, I have to say we love your show, Pet Talk. It was absolutely fabulous, and I love the name of your new show. It's so cute.
Thank you.
But, yeah, we started when I saw a cute little uniform on my friend's doggy boutique online, and it reminded me of when I was a brownie. Great memories, and I said, well, Tasha just has to be a brownie. That's the cutest thing ever. I have to get this uniform. And then I thought, if she has a uniform, it can't just be for Halloween. We have to have meetings or do something with it. So I asked Jennifer Jo if she could be a co-leader with me, and we started having meetings once a month in New York City with our friends in the park and having lunch after the meetings and stuff. And it grew into earning badges, and then we got recognized, and we appeared on national TV on a show called Spoiled Rotten Pets. It was on National Geographic, and because of that, people saw us all across the country, and we started getting troops in a lot of the states. We have about 10 different troops now across the country, and we're going international with a troop in Canada. So it just kind of blew up, and then we said, well, if we're getting this much attention, with dogs wearing uniforms and making people smile as we're having our meetings in the park and stuff, we could actually give back to our community, and have fundraisers and start giving to animal charities in New York and across the country. So that's what we've been doing for the past 6 years. It'll be 6 years in September.
Wow, congratulations. And it's just so much more than just sort of getting together and having a great time, which is the fun of it, but it's a lot about giving back, which is really wonderful. So it's sort of similar to a Girl Scout, Boy Scout, because you give back really not only to the pups, to the people, but also to different groups. And I know Jennifer Jo, as national troop leader, you and Susan work very closely to come up with events that are really, again, fun for everyone. This is all ages. I mean, I've been to events, and it's from, younger girls and even boys to, older. And it's just a wonderful mix. Would you say that you invite all different types of dogs, even a cat there too, right?
We do have a couple of cats. Well, one in New York in particular is Coco Mal Aqua, who is a hairless cat, and she's very big on the dog fashion scene. I guess on the cat fashion scene as well. And she was our first Pup Scout, cat Pup Scout. And we welcome all breeds and sizes. Inoki is definitely our largest Pup Scout, and Meteor is definitely our loudest Pup Scout. So we don't discriminate.
It's international. You have troops in Canada as well. Is that right?
Yes, and we've had some interest with people overseas, but they haven't followed through on it yet. One problem is, of course, the time differences between here and Europe make it hard to meet online, as our other online and out-of-town troops can meet with us.
Yeah, and we should tell people that you're based in New York, but you don't have to live in New York to take part. You can have a troop in your area. Isn't that right?
Oh, absolutely. We welcome troop leaders from anywhere in the country to contact us, potential troop leaders contact us, and we will help them set up a troop that works with the national organization.
Now let's talk about some of the activities, because it's really marvelous what you do, and then your pup will earn a badge just like a Girl Scout or even a Boy Scout. Susan and then Jen, chime in, but I know you visited nursing homes. I know you've gone caroling. You've had toy drives. You've had food drives, which, of course, we have to keep Inoki away from. But talk about those, because it's really about giving back, too, even to soldiers in the military. And I really love that. It's really wonderful.
It's been fabulous to go and sing Christmas carols with our dogs dressed up and see everyone smile, not only from our bad singing, but seeing the dogs, and it's really a treat to do that. And the troops across the country, our Troop 707 in Atlanta, she started a letter writing campaign. We wrote to the dogs of the soldiers who don't get enough recognition with all the work that they do and the bonding, with their soldier. And so we wrote to them, and they wrote back and said, how much it meant to them, that we thought about them. And we had all the dog parents write something, and we sent a group of letters, and it was really nice. We had troops from all over the country do that, thanks to Troop 707. That was their idea. And then Troop 8 in Burbank, Illinois, did a fabulous toy drive where all the troops sent toys and gift certificates and everything to Illinois, and they brought it to their local charity from the Pup Scouts. And
Troop 360 in Washington State also did a toy drive, but for dog toys, and they sent things to shelters in their area that we all sent in from all over the country. So
it's just terrific. I have to get in this really quickly, because you always say like a little pledge. The Pup Scout pledge. You girls just recite it quickly.
Sure. Ready, Jen?
Ready.
Okay. On my
honor, I will try to do my duty to help the dog community
and my
country to help make humans smile
and to be
there to guard and protect, especially those at home.
I love it. I should be memorizing that too. That's so much fun. Now, you also just had the most wonderful event. It was a pre-Oscar red carpet. And I mean, it was just wonderful. You also gave back some of the money to the Mayor's Alliance for New York City Animals. And you also had a wonderful time. So let's talk about that, because we're going to be seeing a couple of those photos on our page as well.
Well, that is our largest fundraiser of the year, the pre-Oscar red carpet event. And it was the third year that we've done a fundraising party, but the second year that we've done the Oscar theme. And it seemed to be very popular, so I'm sure there's a third annual Pup Scouts red carpet in the future. And the dogs were challenged to wear an outfit that matched a previous red carpet of a celebrity, and they had to bring in the photo of a celebrity on the red carpet wearing a dress that matched theirs. And Tasha was a beautiful, beautiful Kate Winslet, and with the signature blue turquoise necklace. And my Fifi Gigi was Kelly Osbourne with her purple hair and her black lace dress from last year's red carpet. And it was just super fun. We raised quite a bit of money to donate to the Mayor's Alliance for New York City Animals, which we were able to present before the event at the New York Pet Fashion Show that was run by Ed and Yandis.
And I understand you sort of had a celeb there.
Yes,
we did.
We had an impersonator. She was on the red carpet asking all the dogs, "Who are you wearing?" And it was quite a hit.
And of course, it was a Joan Rivers impersonator. You can see clips of all this, because I want to make sure that everybody knows where they can see some of these photos as well, and to also join up. Because, again, this is for anyone that's listening here. You are welcome to be a Pup Scout. So let me just briefly tell people, because you have a couple events coming up that I'd like to talk about, too. I know you're going to have a camping event. Is that right?
Yes, they're coming up in the fall. We do that one in the fall, and last year was a big hit. We had it on the rooftop of the Honda dealership, so it was outside.
A true urban camping.
Yes, urban camping.
That's great.
We had hot dogs, and we had s'mores, and we had tents set up outside for the dogs, and it was a lot of fun. So we're going to do that again this fall.
Now, can people, like those events are happening in New York, and of course everyone's invited to that. But if you start up a troop somewhere else, Do you help them organize these events? How does that work, ladies?
Troop 50 is online, so that they can participate in the badges if they want to do that online with us, and we use Facebook so that all the troops can see what everybody else is doing. As far as the events, we're hoping that more of the troops come to New York to attend some of our events, and so we can meet all of them in person, because we haven't met a lot of these people and dogs yet.
And now, what about some of the current badges you're doing, Jen? I know there are a couple of really fun ones.
Right now, for March, we have a gardening badge available, a St. Patrick's Day badge, and I know I'm missing something. Oh, Easter, because it's so early this year. So we have 3 badges going on currently, and anybody can always participate in a badge that we've put up in past if they hadn't joined yet or they just haven't gotten to it. Most months we have a holiday-specific badge and an additional badge for people who are not holiday people.
How does it work? So let's hope that many of our listeners will want to join, because I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's just a fantastic group. How would you go about doing that?
They would go to pupscouts.org online and go to our membership page, and there's a registration sheet, and you just give us your info and tell us which troop you want to join if you know which one is in your city. Or they could email us at pupscoutsnational@gmail.com to get more information.
And what about the uniforms? Because that's really a fun part of it. How does that work, Jen? Does everybody get a uniform?
The uniforms are available for sale at Store Envy, which is a commerce site. If you go to Store Envy and look up Pup Scouts, it'll take you right to our store where you can see our badges and our uniforms. We have a couple different versions of the uniforms depending on who your dog is and what size and what kind of clothes they like to wear. Everything ranging from just a bandana all the way up to a button-down shirt for the boys with cuffs. And the uniforms are, as I said, for sale. And if your dog doesn't fit into any of the ones that we have in stock, we can always custom order. As Anoki knows.
No, but you have other items too, and those are really adorable. Talk a little bit about those so people get a good idea. I know there was an adorable T-shirt you were selling just recently.
Well, we have T-shirts for people with our logo on it. We have 2 different variations of the logo. One says "Powered by Pup Scouts" and has 2 little Pup Scout icons dressed as a boy and a girl scout. And the other is our regular logo in a circle with Pup Scouts org and our little camping Pup Scout icon with his tent behind him. And those are for the people. And we also have T-shirts for the dogs that say "I am a Pup Scout," which are super cute.
And didn't you just get some new bags?
Oh, and there's a new bag with the camping logo, Pup Scout on it too. Yes, and that is available in our store. And you know what? If you just want to test out what it feels like to be a Pup Scout before you even join, I recommend carrying the bag around for a few days and see how many people ask you what Pup Scouts is, and you'll know how super fun it is to be a part of this group, because the interest in it is tremendous.
It is super fun, and it's fun when you're going to a meeting and everyone, we were in New York at, I think it was Madison Square Park, right, a meeting. First of all, that was so much fun, but everyone in the park saw all the dogs in their uniforms, and they just, went crazy. It was hard to have the uniform because there was so much attention there. It's so much fun. What would you say to people who really weren't so sure, Susan? How would you really sum it up, what Pup Scouts is all about?
I'd say it's about bonding with your dog. I mean, it's one thing to hang out with your dog at home, but to be with other people who have that same common interest of just wanting to spend time and do activities with your dog. We've been to the firehouse. We did a firehouse tour. The badges, to see your dog swim for the first time. Tasha earned her swimming badge. We had a pool party for the Pup Scouts, and just to see her swim, the moms were just in tears because it's just such a beautiful thing to see that they can swim on their own. Anything from like arts and crafts, if you wanted, they can put their paws in the paint and make beautiful pictures that you could show all your friends. It's just the activities, and then, like you said, the giving back to the community. It all equals, a really fun time, and you feel like you've done something, special with your dog.
I think it's lovely. Also, Jen, I know you cover fire safety. Practical things, too, that you learn while you're doing a fun event. I know you're at the firehouse, and you cover, or you're going to be covering pet first aid coming up. Nate?
Yeah, my vet is coming to do the first aid session with us, so we're going to be trained by an actual vet about what constitutes an emergency, what you can deal with at home, how you should handle it, what you should have on hand, what you shouldn't try to do by yourself, those kind of important things that as a pet owner or a pet mom, you might suddenly find yourself in a position where you're not sure whether you need to run to the emergency vet or if this is something that can wait till morning and you can handle it. So
you get to learn a fun, right, environment as well. One more thing, because I'm curious, I know the answer, but of course I'm going to ask you girls. The boys and the girls have a little bit different uniforms, right? Depending on.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
But they're all Pup Scouts,
right?
Right. The boys are modeled after the Cub Scout uniform, and the girls after a Brownie uniform, as Susan mentioned, because that was her inspiration. So, my boys and my girl want to offer some of their insight into it too. Right.
I do want to be able to mention, because you had that wonderful Oscar party, and you had a first place winner, right? And second, third, and fourth. Do you want to talk about those winners quickly?
Yes. We had, starting with the fourth place was Gertie, and she was dressed as Elizabeth Taylor. Her designer was Darlene Hatchie, and it was a beautiful gold dress that matched Elizabeth Taylor when she was playing Cleopatra. So she got fourth place. We actually added that because first, second, and third, this wasn't enough. We had to include it. Was so beautiful. The judges said.
I know
the judges who were completely impartial judges who didn't even own dogs. So we touched them in a certain way.
Wow.
Yes. We had Zaza at third place as Miley Cyrus. She had the ponytail wig on and everything to match that costume. And Jen, you want to take the next two?
No, I'm going to let you go with this one.
Second place, you had Cher, right?
Cher was second place. Harley, the dog Harley, was dressed as Cher, was hilarious with the wig and everything. And then first place was absolutely spectacular. Sprinkles, who was dressed as Bjork, with the swan wrapped around in a black wig and everything. She went all out.
And you should see it, for those who haven't been, I mean, these clothes are unbelievable. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Once again, let's tell everybody where they can find you, because you really do. You want to log on to the pet.
Well, we definitely want you to look at our Facebook page, which is Pup Scouts National on Facebook, because that's where most of our pictures and things that our members share and we share definitely go there first, because you'll see the most interaction, and that's a lot of fun to see, not just things that we want you to see, but what everybody wants you to see. And then, of course, our website is pupscouts.org, which is where you would go to sign up to be a Pup Scout. And you can see a lot of things on there, too, but the most current and most exciting interactions, I think, are on our Facebook page, Pup Scouts National on Facebook.
And we're also on Twitter and Instagram at PupScouts.org.
That's great. So I encourage everybody to stop in and take a look, because you'll fall in love and you'll want to join right away. So thank you, Susan and Jen.
Thank you, Lauren.
I'm so happy to have you here. Pup Scouts is just a wonderful organization. You just have to join. You really do. So thank you for being here, and thank you, everyone, for listening. That went quick, didn't it? Thank you, ladies. This has been My Dog Digs Dirt. I'm Lauren Collier, and be sure to let me know if you have an idea for a wonderful show. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being here today.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.